Wait, hold on. Is the Acolyte actually getting good? Because episode 6 had me sitting back saying, okay, the Acolyte, I was not familiar with your game from how horny it was. We got some shocking scenes, shocking reveals, and hella horniness. And me and you, we gotta talk about it. I am gonna be recapping the entire episode, so if you're not trying to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, but come back after, because I do need to hear your thoughts. So we pick up this episode with Rue, my bad May, my bad Osha, waking up and realizing, damn, I've been kidnapped. But she do got that fit on though. And it's just an unknown planet. I don't think it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up being Luke's planet from The Last Jedi. She ends up stalking Kymir, who goes on his morning skinny dip. She ends up stealing his lightsaber, but it turns out he has another one out. And we're just gonna act like she didn't look right at it. Kymir's standing there like, what, you just gonna act like I'm not standing here butt-ass naked? And also questions her Jedi-ness by using those mind tricks. Basically saying she's a dumbass for following the Jedi rules by not killing him because he's unarmed. But let's just say there's some tension in the air. Back with Sol and May, who's pretending to be Osha. He sends a message back to the Jedi Council about everybody that got murked. But honestly, I feel really bad for Sol, man. Genuinely feel so bad, and the acting here is mwah. Meanwhile, Basil's sniffing out the rat and May. Basil gets Pip back up and running, while Sol shows just how big his heart is as he hugs May Osha, and how thankful he is that she saved him. Again, 10 out of 10 acting. Meanwhile, Osha goes back to Kymir's cave, where he's being extra friendly to her, because he knows, unlike May, who only wants revenge, Osha wants something bigger, as he tries to get her to kill him, because he knows she's angry, because she failed her Jedi training, most likely due to fear, which leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. She can't go through with it because of the Jedi moral code, but then she snaps and almost takes his neck off, but further solidifying Kymir's point. You could just cut the sexual tension in the air with a butter knife. Back with May, she gets found out by Basil, who tries, I don't know, hugging her fucking leg. But she gets her hands on Pip, and it's gotta be the most crushing death in the entire show. She resets him back to factory setting and turns him into Darth Pip. Like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard. Meanwhile, Master Vernestus, ends up going to check on Sol and the gang, because she knows something we don't. We actually get a cool little conversation between Sol and May, where he's about to tell her what happened, what really happened. But thankfully, the D1 snitch Basil helps out Sol and he knocks her out. I'm surprised he didn't censor sooner. Back to Kymir and Osha. Turns out he has like a big ass scar on his back, and Osha asks him about it while he's fixing his cortosis mask. Turns out he had a master that betrayed him. So in a way, Kymir is kind of like Darth Maul, scarred by a master, turned to a Sith to become something more. Which Star Wars, you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to do this, but you did it. This shit was like Vietnam flashbacks for me. They pull up and see the crime scene. Buddy over here thinks it was Sol that did it because of all the lightsaber wounds, but Vernestus knows something we don't. And we get a look at her lightsaber whip. I don't care what you say, that shit is cool. But also, what do you mean by that? You whip people? Wait a minute, you whip people? Oh yeah, she was definitely Kymir's master. And damn, she was giving him back shots like, okay, let me stop. But we get a fucking cliffhanger because Sol's about to spill the beans about what happened 16 years ago to May. And then we get Osha tempted by the dark side. As she puts on that mask, she slowly starts breathing kind of like Darth Vader. So they're basically giving us Ahsoka and Maul with Osha and Kymir, or at least what we should have got. I hope they fucking kill everybody. I like the Sith. I don't care. I'm bad. If you are not with me, you are my enemy.